Hi, and welcome to my study hall. Good afternoon, everybody. It is definitely the afternoon. Now, I know my start time is a little late. However, I want to share the amazing breakfast that I had. And it was cost effective. So, after I woke up today and did some wife maxing, like washing all the dishes, folding clothes, I went down to the casino and I went to one of the various restaurants within that casino. And they have a breakfast called the ⶉ⶗ⶉ⶗ⶉ deal. I really like it. I have seen that advertisement for a while, and I really wanted to try their breakfast. Now, I didn't get any drinks there aside from water, because if I did choose to get a drink like coffee, it would have cost around $3. So before I went to the restaurant, I brewed myself some black tea and I put it in my thermos and took it with me. Yeah, but you know, water is free, so they served that to me and put a lemon slice in it. I really like it when they put a lemon slice in water when going to restaurants. Then I usually stab it with the straw. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this image smaller. Okay, yeah, this image needs to be way smaller. Okay, one more minute. Wow. All-encompassing breakfast. I almost think I put away my main image. Oh well. I can probably fix that too really quick. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. The breakfast is a really good deal. I didn't have to wait too long. Though the only thing that was the downside to this breakfast is there was smoke, the smell of smoke. So that was a little not as pleasant. Still, wasn't so much smoke. Yeah, and some tourists were there too, enjoying their breakfast. Very good price, in my opinion. I would go again for sure. However, I would make sure that I'm not late to stream next time. Still, it was really nice getting in breakfast. I started to think to myself as I was writing notes about stream, and it makes sense to me that I should make sure I have a meal before streaming. And also, my initial thought was that I can do my business in town, like go donate plasma, for example, and then stream. However, I realized that's not very good because donating plasma in itself is a little tiring, and no matter how much I try to push through, it was just overexerting. Yeah, and I did try it for a bit. However, after donating plasma, I would say generally everybody feels a bit tired. And if you haven't eaten before donating, you're going to want to eat after. There's just that moment of replenishing yourself. Otherwise, you really will start to feel tired. And maybe even get sick. This season, there has been a super flu of sorts where basically everybody has gotten sick. And I definitely had gotten sick earlier in this month, and I would say it lasted about a solid 3 days, and that's with at least 1 day of complete bed rest and sleeping. Yeah, in my opinion, when you're sick, sleep is the best medicine. So unless you want to be sick for a week, you know, don't take a nap, I guess. But if you want to be sick for only 3 days or so, make sure you take a whole day to sleep. A whole day. That's really what it takes. I, for one, really don't like it when I'm sick. It makes all the tasks harder. It's just the way it is. So if you're recovering from sickness or are sick right now, I hope you get a lot of sleep later. Alright, now that I got my regular stuff settled, I'm going to try to show off that image again. Oh, I need to make sure to make it small though. Small. In fact, I took my small Hoshino with me. And I took her out of her cage. Okay, it's not a cage, it's more like a zipper bag. A pink zipper bag with some accessories on the bottom. So I would say carrying case. Whoa, this image was so huge. Wow, so big. Okay, I'm gonna make sure the quality is okay. Why do phones take pictures so big? Hmm. 800. No, yeah, 800. Save. Okay, I think this should be a lot better. This should definitely be a lot better. And I had the idea to make use of a casino restaurant because fast food restaurants like McDonald's breakfast is really expensive. And I don't think it's enough when having something like McDonald's. Having more of a sit-down meal, even if it's just a little bit more effort to take an elevator up to the restaurant floors, I think it's worth it. Hi ᵜᵃᵉ Sensei! Welcome! I hope you are having a good night. Glad you can make it. Yeah, I was just talking about having breakfast earlier, and I had a really wonderful deal. And oops. Yep. So I'm about to show that off right now. I'm going to title this Hoshi no Food. Alright, let's see how big this is. Alright, that's not so bad. So, yeah, this is the breakfast I had today. With my Schmal Hoshino. Have some sourdough bread toast with butter and jam. Hash browns and ketchup. Eggs. Sausages. And jam on the side. And there's my thermos with the tea I brought. Oop, little Hoshino, pat pat, pat pat. And some delicious lemon water. Never kill yourself, chat. Never. Remember, there's always tasty food out there. Treat yourself. Yum. Alright. Well, now that I showed off the breakfast that I was late for stream for, I like to get into Blue Archive. Now today in Blue Archive, I'm going to start off with a particular student. And this student, I would say, is Sensei's #1 stalker. And their behavior is so over the top that it's endearing. So when I started playing Blue Archive, getting this character, I obtained her first. And that character is I want to get to her original design first, because that's what I got done, was her original design. Okay. Ah, where is she? Kotama, there she is. Okay. And as you can see, I already got my memorial lobby with her, as I explained as well. You became very loud. Oh. Okay, let me fix that. Lowering down. Lowering down. How is that? Is that any better? Yeah, just let me know if the sound is better. After all, having quality sound is important, in my opinion, especially since I got Kotama's memorial lobby first. She is an audiophile, I would say. And aside from being that, her design is really cute. For example, Kotama has purple eyes with a pink iris. And her halo shows that as well. There's pink in the middle and purple on the outside. Yeah. Okay. So Kotama wiretaps things, especially if she's interested in somebody. She will wiretap you. So if you're a sensei out there, you'll be stalked by Kotama. Now you have a choice to not do her Momo talks. However, you'll be missing out. And here is her camp version. Again, I already got it quickly. I recommend, yeah, definitely doing the Momo talks. I really liked this story because, well, I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Pat pat. We are out in nature, Kotama, listening to stuff and talking. What a good time. Yeah, this has nice sunshine. There's some leaves falling. More so an autumn kind of feel. Who's your favorite student? It honestly feels like it changes. As I get to know a student, I start to like them a lot. However, if I were to pick, I would say Hoshino is my favorite student, because I like her enough to have gotten 3 plushies of her. So yeah, I think that's a good sign that she's my favorite. Howdy Schmal, how goes it? Hi Ćaidla Fox, it goes really good. Today is going great. In fact, the part of the country that I'm in has not had any snow. It's just cold and the sky is a clear blue. Though I'm guessing that the storm that is in the south part of the country, it might head towards this direction. But otherwise, it's a really wonderful day, especially with the weather. in my region. You know, I think there is only 2 versions of ᵒᴜᵦ. When there are events like the Valentine event, I made sure to do hers. And they're really cute because she wiretaps everything as usual. In the game, she likes Sensei's voice a lot. And every gacha game, all the characters are into the character that the player plays as. So that's nothing new. However, I really liked ᵒᴜᵦ right away. So yeah, I got her memorial lobbies first. And the initial character that drew me to Blue Archive is Eris. Yeah, and as you can see, I have already completed her memorial lobby. How many degrees is it over there? Let me check really quick. 47 degrees. Yeah. So it's really not that cold. Very thankful for a mild winter, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to check my cafe. Got a little bit of snow and now it's all melting today. Good. I'm glad you got some snow though. It is pretty to look at. And now that it's melting for you, you won't have to deal with the hassle of it as much. Yeah, we are all definitely in winter. Now I know some people may be in summer. South of the equator, I do know some people that are having a summer. Now, I hope that winter doesn't last too long. Just long enough to snow for everybody and refill the areas needed so we can all have water. I'm gonna invite ᵒᴜᵦ since I've been talking about her. Do I have any furniture she interacts with? I don't think I do. Her eyes are really big and cute. Alright, let me see. Do I have any gifts she would like? No, no gifts. Okay. Did I invite somebody to the first cafe? Oh. I'll come back and invite Camp ᵒᴜᵦ. Aussie Bros got 108 degrees today. Wow, they really are in summer right now. That's nice for them. Hope they stay hydrated. Though 108, that is a bit on the extreme side. Yeah. So may they stay cool and have lots of ice cream. The next thing I'm going to do is pat Kotama and pat her some more. Alright. Now I'm going to head on over to the students and help Makoto really quick. Yeah, I was going to help her enhance skill. I need 3 of these. To be honest, it would be good if I had more pyroxene. So I may grind for those. Alright. I'm going to check the event shop. Maybe I can get pyroxenes there. And I still have a chance to finish the 3rd challenge. So that would probably be worthwhile. I can get pyroxene that way after all. I can't get it through the shop. Is snow a rare thing for you? Does it only happen a few times a month or something? Yeah, I would say it definitely only snows in the winter. Sometimes it might snow in October for a day or two. And I think there is less snowfall here because the area that I reside in is a high mountain desert. So it's one of the sunniest places in the country. We get a lot of days of sun, ski resorts and whatnot. And yeah. When it snows, it looks really nice because it coats all of the hills and the mountains, and they really stick up. Like, it just stands out. Okay, I'm gonna have one student from everything, and they have to be good at it. Okay. Yuka, Eris, and Momiji. Yeah, otherwise the climate here is really good for other outdoor sports, I would say. Like riding dirt bikes and quads. Yeah, a lot of people do that because the desert is very expansive. And there's also a lot of areas to shoot guns. As well for bow and arrows. Yeah, a lot of outdoor recreational things. Okay, mobilize. Okay, this is really hard, so I don't know how it's going to go. I might need to help some students. Maybe I can see if Kotama can fit into this. Both versions of her do different things. Maybe the special version might be helpful. Yeah, I want the pyroxene. I want the pyroxene. It's so hard to tell if I'm doing good or not. Okay, I see in the middle here, there are these bars. So maybe eventually these little ones will stop coming out. And then we can get to the boss. There's 3 minutes left, a little over 3 minutes. I was going to move the students elsewhere, but I think them staying there is probably better. All the little robots came over anyway. Wow, it looks like it's going bad. It looks like it's going bad. What do I do? Does any sensei know what to do for the level 3 challenge for the event? I'm accepting pointers. To be honest, I accept pointers anytime when I'm on stream. And I have that stance because I realize that when streaming, even if I can't help it, I have a tiny bit of streamer brain fog. So I miss certain things. So I definitely don't mind pointing things out about the game. What is going on? I only have 22 seconds left and I don't even see my students. Where are they? Okay, this is a very strange challenge. What happened? Where is everybody? That cost me 4 AP. That abuse was 4 AP. Yeah, suspicious. Indeed. Okay, well, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Tactical Challenge will give me some pyroxene. No, I already claimed the daily reward. Does that mean the daily reward will happen for me in 7 minutes? Okay, that's actually not bad. 7 minutes, and then I can potentially get more pyroxene. I might as well do a tactical challenge. Okay. Mobilize. I'm definitely going to check up on Shun as well. I forgot if I have enough µ. Yeah, she's almost at a 5-star. And getting her to a 5-star will definitely help because she has a frowny face when going into battle. That's 7 hours, not minutes. Ooh. Oof. Okay, well, unless I stream for 7 hours, y'all can see me gather that pyroxene. Okay, I'm gonna figure out another way to get some pyroxene. It feels good to get a lower rank. I'm going to battle Geno Sensei. My Shun against their Shun. Do you follow the updates on the JP server? Just a little bit. Mostly I see it in passing because I do follow their account on X. However, I don't follow it as closely because all the news updates and everything, the global people, the global sensei, will usually have that, you know, a few months later. So I try to avoid the slight agonizing feeling of I want the new stuff now. Now, with that being said, I did see the newest stuff, and I can't wait to roll for Key and the new heiress. In fact, Rio looks great, and they all look great. I saw many sensei on Twitter mention that they were going to spend so many pyroxene because everything in that update just looks amazing. You know, the developers really gave something nice to everybody. And something that one of the developers said, they made this comment because some other gacha games are going to use AI, and usually announcing the use of AI isn't all that great because it really makes a person feel one way or the other. So one of the developers for Blue Archive said that all the characters were developed without AI's input. You know, their design. Every character was carefully constructed. Something else that developers said was when they played gacha game, they felt a bit sad when they rolled for a male or you know, got a male. So I think that's one of the reasons why in Blue Archive it's only girls. It's just cute girls. You know what you're getting into when you're playing this game, and it's very consistent. There was some moments where the consistency was very strange. For example, there was this one very buff student, and it's pretty neat that they included a buff student, but it was quite sudden. And sometimes if you look even closer, which I did for a little bit, there was some beef between the artists for this game. Unfortunately, some people have conflicting ideas. You know, that's just the way it goes. Oh, no, I'm not going to battle that sensei. ᵜᵃᵍᵉ sensei. Okay, Hoshino's going in the front. Hey, Schmal. Oh, hi, Moki. Hi, Moki. Welcome. Welcome to my study hall. I hope you're doing all right today. Right now, I'm just playing some tactical challenge matches. And before this, I was talking about Kotama, who is Sensei's #1 stalker. Yeah, and I mentioned how Kotama was the first student that I got their memorial lobby. Yeah. I hope they release some more Kotamas. Pat, pat, pat. There was one event where it showed her in her pajamas, and I definitely screenshotted that. I love it when characters are in pajamas. So cozy. Okay. Now I'm going to go help Shun. I'm getting really close. Okay, I hope I can get some ᵒᶜᵦᵃ with the lessons. I might have to start thinking about doing some missions that can unlock the ᵜᵜ for her. Been good, just staying out of the cold best I can. How's your climb going? Oh, I'm glad you're staying out of the cold. Now, I know it's kind of nice to go out in the cold, but not for too long. Otherwise, being warm is good. And my climb is going pretty decent. Right now, I'm sitting at rank 163. Yeah. The next student that I need to help with my tactical challenge is Shun. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna go see if there is any missions with her ᵜᵜ that I can unlock. When I play Blue Archive, I'm like, my mouse clicking is so rapid. Last night, I actually looked up a quieter mouse. So sometime I will treat myself to that. And it has some really cool lighting too. So it's like black, and in between the middle of the mouse, there's some rainbow lighting. It was only about $20, so I look forward to getting that later. Oh, nothing for the hard missions for Shun? Really? I'm going to double check that. Yeah, it looks like it. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna check the normal missions. I don't think these missions give me any ᵜᵜ though. That's what's special about the hard missions. Wow. Tough, tough. Okay. Well, there's this thing where I earn 2 times rewards for lessons, so I'm gonna do that. This can also help me finish my daily requirement. Yeah, all of these areas are adequately leveled up. And there's only a few areas that I can really improve on. I'm gonna help Kotama. I had a lot of fun making the thumbnail for today's stream. Aw, who wiretapped my coffee? Who wants to listen in on my daily doings? Kotama, that's who. Okay, I finished with that. I can do a couple more things. And then I'm sure my dailies will be completed. Nice, there was a 2 times extra reward there. I like that. You know, I already did the bounties. Yeah, I already did the bounties. Commissions. Okay, clear a commission 15 times. I'm gonna... 11? Do the students normally wiretap you? Only Kotama. Yeah, her personality is she is an audiophile. And once she is interested in something, she'll want to listen to the sounds. You know, taking Sensei out of the equation, some of the activities that Kotama does is make herself personal ASMR. Here with this memorial lobby, Sensei is with her in the forest. So there's a really nice scene where we help her gather some sounds. And she makes it very obvious that, you know, she likes the sound of Sensei's voice. Me. Alright, so I just got my daily done. Now, I'm going to go invite Camp Kotama to my cafe. I have some camp furniture, so maybe she might interact with something. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's not interacting with anything. Oh, but she's listening for sounds. Do I have anything she might interact with? I'm double checking because I want to see her do stuff. Yeah, otherwise I feel really satisfied with all the furniture stuff I have. I definitely have a good amount. Okay. No, it really looks like I don't have anything she can interact with. Yeah. Oh well. I think one place I'm going to check for furniture is the ᵖᵃᵶᵃ shop. I think it was about a year into playing this game that I realized this section was here. I never checked it because I'm a broke sensei. Okay, yeah, see, there's a lot of things. There's usually 3 options. I can grab something else from the tasks. Why are you wasting all your pyro? How are you supposed to save for new girls with only 8 pyro left? I know, right? When I do want to roll for a student, I usually do manage to roll for them at least once or twice. However, sometimes I still don't get them. Yeah, the latest student that I purposely rolled for was Nagisa. And the other students I don't think I need. Yeah. Sometime later, it would be fun to have a stream where I do buy pyroxene. After all, there are some really excellent packs that are cheap, around 99 cents. Is there a bonus for getting identical students? Yeah, the bonus that happens for getting identical students is they convert into ᵜᵃᵦᵦ. And the ᵜᵃᵦ is very necessary for unlocking these mystic abilities. For example, over here, Shun needs 120 so that I can lock her 5-star. And once I unlock her 5-star with the use of these ᵜᵃᵦ, this will unlock her weapon, and she'll get a stat boost as well for this talent unlock. A student that I have that unlocked is ᵜᵃᵃ. See, she has her weapon right here, and it unlocks weapon growth. Yeah, and with ᵜᵃᵃ, I already finished everything for her. And her talent unlock, it looks like I can actually help her, so I'm going to. I can help her max HP or attack. I think I'm gonna help her attack right now. Woo! Good. Good, good. Ooh, I can help her HP. Yes. Let me see how... Oh, it goes up to level 25. Okay. That's not so bad. Hoshino? Maybe I can get some here. Yeah, I'm going to try. Oh, it says it's rare. That might be hard. Ooh, I got it! Yes! Streamer luck. Nice. Is Shun your favorite? I definitely like Shun. But my favorite, I would say, is Hoshino, right here. Yeah, right now, I guess I'm talking about Shun because she is the last student that I can really help. Yeah, because all the other students, I have pretty much maxed out what I want to. I'll get to this skill later, but I don't think it's very important. Oh wait, Hoshino needs help here. Yeah, I'm gonna get that later. Let me see if with material fusion. No, I don't have enough for there. Okay. Okay, now I remember what I was doing. I was helping Hoshino with her talent unlock. She heals herself, so it's beneficial to help her in this area. Not all the students heal themselves, but some do. Yeah, I only have 8 pyroxenes, so I'm definitely coming towards the end of what I can do for the day on Blue Archive. Pet. I like her big glasses and her hair clips. Okay, so I think the next thing I would like to do is take a short break and then get to reading some chapters of the Book of Enoch. Yeah, so time for a little break. I'm gonna go hydrate, maybe get a breath of fresh air, step out of the building. Yeah. So please use this time to help yourself as well. Okay, be right back. Hi. Okay, I am back. How's the audio if anybody's willing to comment on it out there? So with Moki's suggestion, I'm going to do a Momo talk. And if I remember correctly, doing some Momo talks give me pyroxene. So that's a win-win. Okay, who should I talk with? Sounds good, no complaints on it. Great. That is great to hear that the audio is going good. You know, I should talk with students that I have on my tactical challenge team. That makes the most sense. Okay, I already got Shun's memorial lobby. Nonami. Oh, Hoshino! Do I have Hoshino? Hoshino, where are you? Unread. Oh, there's Hoshino. Sensei, can you come to the foreclosure task force room when you have time? I need your help. Oh, also, I heard that whales hold their breath underwater. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I guess they are mammals after all. Onto talking with Hoshino. Yeah, she does like whales. How cute. There was a game called ᵼᵃᵍᵉ, and they have whales in there. I bet Hoshino would like their whales. Okay, begin. The sleeping whale. So that means whales are holding their breath when they sleep. Isn't that amazing? How did you get on the topic of whales? Loosen up a little, Sensei. I'm asking you, Hoshino. I'm actually curious. I wonder if you'll take her to see some. Oh, yeah. Is it possible for an aquarium to have a whale? I'd like to go there. That seems massive. Actually, I need help with some manual labor. There's something I can't move by myself. I came to you because everyone else is so busy. And I'm glad you're here. I knew I can count on you. You might be jumping the gun if this involves manual labor. Don't be like that. And besides, I'm trying to keep this a secret from the others. Let's get a move on. We need to take the opportunity while the school is empty. Door opens. Here we are. This place could use a dusting though. Oh, be careful over there, Sensei. Watch your footing. A storage room? Yeah, this is one of the often forgotten storage rooms on our campus. We have quite a few of these. Most old equipment that's still useful gets sold off, so everything that winds up here is just junk. But if you search in just the right places, then sometimes, ta-da! You can find some real hidden gems like this. What do you need that for? This is no ordinary workout mat. It carries the tradition of our academy's glorious wealthy past too. This is a mat made of genuine duck down. This luxurious mat is filled with real duck down, not that cheap felt filler. I can understand if it were a blanket, but who puts duck down in a workout mat? It's so quirky. But some people are just eccentric like that. The world is full of things like this that exist for the sake of being different. If that makes sense. I hope that wasn't too philosophical. Anyway, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. Would you mind grabbing that, Sensei? Nice. Let's get going already. You can put it down here. This should be fine. This angle is a little off. How about like this? There we go. Perfect. What do you plan to do with the mat in here? Isn't it obvious? Did you just enter sleep mode? The perfect napping spot is complete. Now I have a secret nap spot that no one knows about. You're not gonna tell the others about this, are you, Sensei? You could have at least wiped the dust off first. You don't have to nag me. Thanks though. Now I have a great spot to sleep. It's so fluffy. You can't resist genuine duck down. Can't hear you. Falling asleep, Sensei. Nighty-night. I'm glad I'm not a whale. Are you? I think you might be a good whale, Hoshino. I watch over the sleeping Hoshino, but duty calls and I get ready to head back after a little bit. I quietly exited the classroom. You know, I think that's nice you found a napping spot. Sensei, I woke up with this awful back pain. My whole body aches. Is this what duck down is supposed to feel like? Now that I'm older, maybe I should be sleeping on the hard floor instead. You should find somewhere more comfortable to sleep next time. Well, in any event, I'll stop using the mat for now. That's interesting that Hoshino wants to sleep on the hard floor. I have heard that sleeping on a hard floor is better. It's supposedly better for our body structure. Can I keep talking with her? No, I don't see her. Oh, I want to talk with Hoshino some more. Hoshino is ancient. Yeah, she sure acts like she's ancient. You know, Hoshino is only a 3rd year. I guess that really does make her older. Her birthday is January 2nd. She's 4'9". Wow. That's like 2 inches shorter than I am. I am taller than Hoshino. Wow. Good. The Abodo Student Council Vice President and President of the Foreclosure Task Force. Acts more like a tired old-timer and would rather play pranks than do actual work. This often gets her into trouble with her fellow task force members. But once on a mission, she fights harder on the front lines than anyone else to keep her friends safe. She's extra small. Yeah, she is extra small. Alright. I'm going to have the screen on Hoshino for just a little bit. As I check something. I think my automated chat thing might have pinged one of your messages on accident. Okay, I'm pressing show. I don't know why it would be flagged. That's so silly, YouTube. Is Schmal slur? I said that wrong, like slur. Is Schmal a slur? No, it's not. It means small. Technically, it means narrow in German. And I believe it can still be small in German. If there's any German speakers out there, let me know if Schmal is in the colloquial for just being small. Very curious. I decided to have a German word as my name because I like the SCH starts with. I think that SCH has many words in German, actually. I think there's some noise when you speak. Okay, let me check. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, now everything's good. I was just thanking y'all in chat for helping me with my audio quality. I definitely take these notes. You know, after all, if the audio isn't good on a stream, it just doesn't make sense. You need to be able to hear everything. All right. I'm going to get the Book of Enoch set up. Yeah, so just a moment. Just a moment. I become so numb. Evil Gremlin. Oh, your name sounds familiar. I believe I know you from TVA. Yes. Steam. Anyway, hi Evil Gremlin. Right now I'm just trying to set up this book that I'm reading. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it set up. I hope your day is going all right. Today's Monday. It's the start of the week for most of us. But maybe it's Tuesday for you. Skyrim, is that a future stream? Maybe. I do have it in my Steam. For now, I'm like just really into Blue Archive though. And reading. Though, since you pointed it out, I think that would be with lots of mods, of course. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't really mind if my stuff is seen over here, because when I stream, I use a different file. Yeah, this is my streaming file, so there's nothing really personal here. Display capture. Okay. How did I get this book up? How did I get this book up? No. No. Steam. Display capture. Primary. Just wondering why this book. It's definitely not the most common choice. Yeah, it's definitely not common, and I think that is for a reason. I came across this book when I was browsing on X, and I personally really like X, the website. there is a lot of people talking about plenty of topics. And I have read a few scriptures. So, seeing that the Book of Enoch existed, it perked my curiosity. Now, this text is not canon, is the most simplest way I can put it. And it has been deemed as not canon from various religious figures. And you know, that just happens for whatever reason. There are people who have certain credentials where they are influential to deem as such. However, we are in a modern age, so I'm very happy that I can get this information. Do you want spoilers? Yeah, you can give me spoilers, Evil Gremlin. Spoilers for the Book of Enoch. I know, it's like the Book of Enoch is very old. What definitely more than 2,000 years old. Yeah, give us some spoilers on this 2,000-year-old text, please. I really would appreciate it. Yeah, and I mean that because this is a book I'm reading. Well, I'm trying to get to reading it. From what I remember, I am on chapter 4. Yeah, and chapter 4 is a longer chapter. So I wanted to save it for the start of this week. Display capture. Game. Window capture. Yeah, see, I'm trying to get this shown. Maybe, is it because I need to put it in the bigger source? Yeah. Okay, so there's the bigger source. And there I am. Woohoo! Got it figured out. I'm going to take a victory sip of my tea for that. 1 second. Woohoo! Yay, we are on chapter 4, everybody. After lots of fiddling in OBS, we are up. Okay. Gosh, I'm so happy. Whee! Oh, and aside from this, I had gotten some input from a nice person. They are also from TVA, and they let me know that once I was done with reading the Book of Enoch, I should read Diary of Saint Faustine. So after I read this text, I'm going to read Diary of Saint Faustine. Yes. That is the plan. Yay, aliens! What is the aliens? Is this what we're going to read? I haven't even read the first, like, sentence yet. I believe in aliens. I'm just gonna put it out there. Yep, I'm a believer. Alright. I'm going to start off. Chapter 4, Intercession of Angels. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawlessness being wrought upon the earth. And they said one to another, The earth made without inhabitant cries the voice of their cryings up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men make their suit, saying, Bring your cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of the lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of the ages, and thy name holy and glorious and blessed unto all the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things are naked and upon in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest what Azazel hath done, who hath taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were in heaven, which men were striving to learn. And Samlazaz, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. And now behold, the souls of those who have died are crying out, making their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on the earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass, and thou seest these things, and thou dost suffer from them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do. To them in regard to these. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One, spoke, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, Go to Noah, and tell him in my name, Hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed. And the deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all generations of the world. And again the Lord said to Raphael, Bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is the Duodale, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face so that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire. And heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel said to the Lord, Proceed against and the reprobites, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of the watchers from amongst men. Send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. For length of days shall they not have, and no request that they make of thee shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, and for that each of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, Go, bind SSamlazaz and his associates who have united themselves with women so as to have defiled themselves with them in all their uncleanliness. And when their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of their judgment and of their consummation, till the judgment that is forever and ever is consummated. In those days they shall be led off to the abyss of fire, and to the torment in the prison in which they shall be confined forever. Time for long streams. Yay! Indeed. Move the tab up a bit. Check your stream for what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna check that right now. ᵒᵉᵈᵦ Sensei. Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Thank you. Thank you, ᵒᵉᵈᵦ Sensei. Now everything is looking aligned. There we go. Can I move myself a little bit? I don't want to be in front of the book. Okay. All right. Back to the book. Back to the book. All right. Was I on number 14? I'm gonna go for it. And whoever shall be condemned and destroyed will from henceforth be bound together with them to the end of all generations, and destroy all the spirits of the reprobate and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let evil work come to an end, and let the plant of righteousness and truth appear, and it shall prove a blessing. The works of righteousness and truth shall be planted in truth and joy forevermore. And then shall all the righteous escape, and shall live till they begot thousands of children. And all the days of their youth and their old age shall they complete in peace. And then shall the whole earth be filled in righteousness, and shall all be planted with trees, and will be full of blessing. And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it, and the vine which they plant therein shall yield wine in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown thereon, each measure shall be 1,000, and each measure of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness, and all the uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth, destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration, and shall praise me, and all shall worship me. And the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment. and I will never again send upon it from generation to generation and forever. And in those days I will open the store chambers of blessing which are in the heaven, so as to send them down upon the earth over the work and labor of the children of men. And truth and peace shall be associated together throughout all the days of the world, and throughout all the generations of men. Before these things Enoch was hidden, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden, and where he abode, and what had become of him. And his activities had to do with the watchers, and his days were with the holy ones. And I, Enoch, was blessing the Lord of majesty and the King of the ages. And lo, the watchers called me, Enoch the scribe, and said to me, Enoch, thou scribe of righteousness, go, declare to the watchers of the heaven who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken unto themselves wives. Say to them, Ye have wrought great destruction on earth, and ye shall have no peace, no forgiveness of sin. And inasmuch as they delight themselves in their children, the murder of their beloved ones shall they see, and over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity. But mercy and peace shall ye not attain. And Enoch went and said, Azazel, thou shalt have no peace. A severe sentence has gone forth against thee to put thee in bonds, and thou shalt not have toleration nor request granted to thee, because of the unrighteousness which thou hast taught, and because of all the works of godlessness and unrighteousness and sin which thou hast shown to men. Then I went and spoke to them all together, and they were all afraid, and fear and trembling seized them, and they besought to me to draw up a petition for them, and that they might find forgiveness, and to read their petition in the presence of the Lord of heaven. For them, thenceforward, they could not speak with him, nor lift up their eyes to heaven for shame of their sins for which they had been condemned. Then I wrote out their petition, and the prayer in regard to their spirits and their deeds individually, and in regard to their requests, so they should have forgiveness and length. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan, in the land of Dan, to the south of the west of Hermon. I read their petition till I fell asleep. And behold, a dream came to me, and visions fell down upon me, and I saw visions of chastisement, and a voice came bidding me to tell it to the sons of heaven and reprimand them. And when I awaked, I came unto them, and they were all sitting gathered together, weeping in Abesgel, which is between Lebanon and Sennacer, with their faces covered. And I recounted before them all the visions which I had seen in sleep, and I began to speak the words of righteousness, and to reprimand the heavenly watchers. Very interesting. Condemned for getting wives. No. How sad. The tall angels just wanted Schmal wives. And they were told no. Yeah, I'm just thinking on that for a minute. So, with this reading of chapter 4, I tried something new. I just tried reading as much as I can without interruption. There was some moments where, I got a drink. I took a sip or something. However, I think with this type of text, it would be better if I did as so with that last chapter and read as much as I can without interruption. So next is chapter 5. And I'm going to take a quick look to see how long that chapter is. I would say it's a decent size. Right now I'm on page 23 of 193. I'm just kind of sad. Aww. It makes me think a little twice because, I like to wife Max. I bet when those angels had the wives, they were probably really husband maxing. Though they probably could have been better and told their giant offspring not to be mean to each other and eat each other. Maybe it was hard to control those offspring. Makes me think a little bit. And that's exactly why I wanted to read this book and share it. Okay, so I am going to save chapter 5 for next time. Here. Okay, going to double check my settings. I think I just made my main screen have better audio. Let me know if it's better. Please, please, please. Wow. Okay, so I think today definitely went better for streaming. Especially energy-wise. Yeah, after this, I plan to go donate plasma. Yep, gonna go walk over there. I bet the weather is still nice. Though if you out there are experiencing snowy weather, I hope you can move your curtain out of the way and enjoy the sun from inside. Not the sun, the snowy landscape. Lately, I've been making sure to draw the curtains back for my own place of living. Letting in some natural sunshine is usually feels really good. Thanks for stream, Schmal. Oh, you're welcome, ᵜᵉᵈᵦ Sensei. Thank you for stopping by my study hall. I hope I was in the background and helpful with as you do whatever you do. Hope to see you tomorrow. Oh, let's see. Excuse me. I think I'll just try to bring up my schedule right now. But as far as I know, I am not streaming tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I am off. But I am streaming on Wednesday. Yep, I'll be streaming on Wednesday. Oh, I don't have my schedule on this account. How silly. Let me see if I can still get it up another way. Yeah, last night I made my schedule. I really like making schedules. It's fun. Okay, let's see. Nope, it's not there. Nope, not there. It's okay, I'm still going to pull it up though. I have plan A, B, C, and D maybe. Maybe E. Yeah, so what I'm basically doing is I'm just sending my schedule that I have from my phone while I stream. I just have my phone helping me. It's on a little stand. Though I think sometime later I want to get a taller stand, because when I read this, I have to look down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to send that to myself. And go check. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. Bringing up the schedule. Alright, here is my schedule for this week. So here we are at Monday. Tuesday I am offline. Wednesday I start stream at 11:30 a.m. Thursday I start at 10:30 and Friday at 10:30 a.m. And then I am off on Saturday and Sunday. Let me know if there are any particular days you'd like me to stream on. Maybe you have the time to look at a stream. Yeah, I would appreciate any input. this stream schedule is just what I go off of for my own personal vibes. I definitely liked trying to start my first stream of the week later in the day because it takes a long time for me to get going, like after, you know, waking up, eating breakfast, walking over to the library. It takes a bit of time. Still, I am really thrilled that so many people were in chat and were interested in Blue Archive, as well for the Book of Enoch. So next Wednesday, I will play more Blue Archive. I'm going to do some Momo talks. Yeah, some Momo talks with some cat-loving students. And then I'll read some more of the Book of Enoch. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And please have a decent rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.